Hey, hey, hey. Hello, everybody. It's Glenn Bill from the University of Attitude on Attitude Day number 7. It is good to see you all. I hope we get some eyeballs on us today as we talk about a very, very tough subject for a lot of people and a very relevant subject for many people. And that is this thing we call trust, right? It's like the attitude of trust. I'm just wondering, who do you trust and who trusts you? Great question from one of my mentors, Jeffrey Gitomer. I would love to know, how do you judge trust? What does trust mean to you? If you're watching this now or in the future, I just think it's important to know everybody's different definition. But what I want to do is just talk to you about 3 quick facts on trust. You know, trust is really defined as it's the firm belief, not a average belief, not a wavering belief, but a firm belief in the reliability of a person or a thing. It is also a firm belief in what is true and what is not true. It's a firm belief in, or strength of belief in, someone or something. And so I just would love to know, what do you trust in? And do people have that firm belief in you? And if they don't, then I'm going to give you 3 great ways to build trust in just a minute or two. But I want to, first of all, talk about signs of people that have trust issues. People who have trust issues, this may be you, this may be somebody you know, but I think not that we need to go out and judge people because that's negative, but I think it's important that we understand if you have trust issues. And there's several different ways to know that. Some people that always assume that they're going to be betrayed, right? They just never believe anything. They're also known as cynics. They only see the bad in things. People that see the glass is always half empty. That will tell you that, this is a person that doesn't have firm belief in a lot of things. You wait to be betrayed, right? You always think that somebody is going to betray you sooner or later. Some people are just overly protective because they don't trust maybe society or what's going on around them. If you find yourself as a person that has that, there's ways out of this. You distance yourself from others, right? Are you somebody that just really has trouble getting along with other people, and you just really, COVID was great. You're like, this is great. I'll just stay home and I'll distance myself from others. You avoid commitments to spouses, to friends, to peers, in work. And most importantly, you avoid commitments to make your life better, to do the things that you should do, to uncover and unleash the greatness that you have. You don't really forgive people for even very, very small mistakes. Does this sound like you? Right? I mean, sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes they're not even that big, but sometimes you just have trouble moving on and forgiving them. And are you excessively wary of people? Whether it's new people, you're in a new arrangement, and you're going, I'm just a little bit wary. I don't really like meeting new people. And you know what? You just feel lonely, or you just feel depressed. And if you do feel lonely and do feel depressed, I'm sorry for that. The great thing is you do have a choice. You have a choice to come and join me every day. If you know somebody that is feeling lonely and depressed, maybe, just maybe, you could message this to them or share this with them. If you're on right now, I'd love you to say hi to me, or I'd love you to share this out. Because again, people with trust issues oftentimes find themselves very lonely and very depressed. And I hope nobody is with that. And so what I want to do now is just talk about the 3 ways that you can build trust. And number 1, when we look at being an employer, when we look at being in a relationship, when we look at being an employee, when we look at running a 501c3, here's 3 great ways to build trust. So many people talk about lack of communication or poor communication. And I can tell you that you can build trust by being very specific and very clear. People who are extremely complex and very ambiguous, and you may know people like this, you maybe work for people like this. When you are in transactions, I mean, in my business, people that are, hey, when are we going to close? And they're ambiguous and they don't give you an answer. that is not a good way to build trust. If you can create certainty in a person's life, if you can be specific with people, that will build trust. Are you a person that's specific? Are you a person that delivers certainty to everyone in your life? Well, I can tell you that's a great way to build trust. The second great way is to simply demonstrate empathy and compassion, right? To relate beyond yourself. Certainly, we all have some form of self-need, but it's those people that can really put themselves in the other shoes, that actually listen, that actually look inside the other person, that can show that compassion, that will build trust. Not fake compassion, but real compassion. And that exists by simply one of the easiest techniques is just to restate what people are telling you, what they're concerned about. If you want that firm belief in reliability, truth, and ability, right? To be able to wear the other person's shoes, to be able to recite and restate what they are saying to you, certainly means you're being listened to and increases your trust. And the third thing, which I always try to do in everything we do, is create significance and collaboration. If you can make the other person feel certain, you can make the other person feel significant, right? And if you are willing to collaborate, if you have the willingness to say, let's do this together, instead of me telling you what to do, it's a great way to build trust. I hope that this message helped you today. I don't know if you have trust issues or not. I believe trusting and figuring out a way to trust is an attitude. I gave you 3 realities. I gave you 3 solutions. I hope you take them to heart. I hope you practice them this month during Attitude Awareness Month. And I hope you come see me tomorrow at 3 p.m. This is Glenn Bill from the University of Attitude, reminding you that you cannot win in life, you cannot win in business, and you cannot win in your relationships unless you win in your mind first. And that's what the Get Attitude podcast is. That's what the University of Attitude is all about. And I hope that this today helped you with your trust, any trust issues. And I hope that you have a firm belief and reliability in my truth and my ability to bring you positive thoughts and good wishes. This is Glenn Bill signing off from the University of Attitude.